channel. In our last video, we looked at the production possibility curve and how we can represent opportunity cost on a graph. In today's video, we'll be looking at how to calculate opportunity cost and to understand the concept of comparative advantage. In international trade, which is one of the most significant topics in IB, in AP, in the advanced level, you will discover that you need to understand the difference between absolute advantage and comparative advantage. Absolute advantage is very simple. You should know that. Absolute advantage simply means that you can produce more of a good than your trading partner. Now, in this case, in this example, we are going to compare the production of cars and oil between two countries, Bahrain and Germany. If you look at this table, it shows how many units of oil Bahrain can produce given its resources, how many units of cars Bahrain can produce given its resources, as well as Germany. When you look at this table, it clearly tells you that Bahrain has an absolute advantage in the production of oil. Why? Because Bahrain can produce 100 units of oil, while Germany can produce only 40 units of oil. On the other hand, for cars, we can say Germany has an absolute advantage in the production of cars because they can produce more units of cars than Bahrain. Now, how do we know the comparative advantage? The comparative advantage is when a country can produce at a lower opportunity cost than its trading partner. We say this country has a comparative advantage. How do we calculate the opportunity cost? To calculate opportunity cost, you simply divide what is given up by what is gained. That is how we calculate our opportunity cost. This is your formula to calculate your opportunity cost. This is how you can calculate your opportunity cost. Now, let's try to calculate the opportunity cost for Bahrain and Germany and try to see which country has a comparative advantage in the production of oil and the production of cars. Let's start with Germany. With Germany, we can see Germany can produce 40 units of oil and 80 units of cars. So, how do we calculate the opportunity cost of oil? For Germany? You simply take what is given up. If Germany wants to increase the production of oil, they have to give up the production of cars. So we take what is given up, which is 80, and divide by what is gained, which is 40. This is how we can get the opportunity cost for oil. So if we do this, this will cancel this. Here we have 1, and then here we have 2, which is the same as 2. So we have, in order for Germany to increase 1 unit of oil, they have to give up 2 units of cars. That's what it means. Now, let's calculate for cars. In order for us to get for cars, what do? We simply take what is given up, which is the oil, and divide it by what is gained, which is the cars. So if we do this, this will cancel this, and then here we'll have 1 on 2, which is the same as 0.5. So in order for Germany to increase its cars by 1 unit, they must give up 0.5 units of oil. Bahrain. For Bahrain, We start also with oil. Now, what unit of cars does Bahrain need to give up to increase the production of oil? Now, what is given up is 20 divided by 100. So this 0 here will cancel this. This will be 1. This will be 5. So if you do this, you have 0.2. Now, we take for cars, for Bahrain. If we take for cars, it means 100 units over 20. Again, this cancels this, and then this is equal to, here we'll have 5, here we'll have 1, which is the same as 5. So yeah, what does that mean? It means for Bahrain to increase the production of cars by 1 unit, they have to give up 5 units of oil. That is what it means. Now, who has a comparative advantage in what? Let's start with oil. For oil production, the opportunity cost for Germany is 2, while the opportunity cost for Bahrain is 0.2. So who has the comparative advantage in the production of oil? That will be Bahrain. They have a lower opportunity cost in producing oil than Bahrain because they have to give up 2 units just to increase the production of oil. Now, let's go to cars. Who has the comparative advantage in the production of cars? For Germany, Germany has 0.5, while Bahrain has 5. Therefore, Germany has the comparative advantage in the production of cars since they have a lower opportunity cost. They have to give up less in order to increase the production of cars. Now, in economics and in international trade, you will discover that the country that has the comparative advantage should specialize in the product or the good in which they have a comparative advantage in producing. That is another topic we have to look at, which is special. If you have any questions, drop it at the comment section, and I will answer your questions. Thank you.